What's good, people? Back again with another video. What's good, people? Back again with another video. Subscribers, what are you guys telling me? Arsenal and Chelsea connection. You can see from the title and the thumbnail, I'm putting the pieces together as a puzzle. And some people, during the transfer window, we've done some business with Chelsea, and a lot of us weren't too happy. But let's face it, some of the business we've done with Chelsea has actually been quite good, and vice versa. Players have left Arsenal and gone to Chelsea and done really well. Players have left Chelsea and come to us, done amazingly. We can look at William Gallas, Ashley Cole, to name a few. But there's been an array of players that have either been loaned or sold to this team, and it's like there is some sort of connection there, even though we'd say that we are rivals. We're London rivals, it's a London derby. But how much of rivals are we? Because it seems that when we take Chelsea players, they do quite well. So who's next? That's what I want to get to. Before we get to who's next, let's take a little recap. So we recently sold Jorginho. He came from Chelsea. It would have been the 2022-2023 season, but we recently sold him last season to Flamingo. He's actually done quite well last year, should I say. I think he scored 3 or 4 goals last season. I don't think he's featured this much this year. I'm not actually up to date whether he's injured. I think he's only played 1 or 2 games this season. Not season, sorry, this year. But yeah, I think Jorginho was okay. He was never really a starter for us towards the end. More of a squad player. Wasn't really trusted. Wasn't a fan favourite either, really. And I feel like right now we're Arsenal, we don't really have Jorginho type squad players. Everyone can come in and do their bit. We could argue that Norgard is that type of player right now, but when he does come in, he plays like a first team player, whereas Jorginho wasn't really that guy. We go back to 2024, probably the most controversial outside of Ashley Cole would have been Kai Havertz. A lot of fans didn't want him. A lot of fans did want him, made the song for him, 60 million down the drain, as you know, the song. I think he's done really well since joining us. He scored a lot of goals, got a lot of assists, regular football. I don't think that it's been a downgrade for Kai Havertz at all. He's now featuring in the German side. It's going to be in the World Cup. And now a chance to win the Premier League and other medals if we do get to that stage. But yeah, I think Kai Havertz has been a great asset for us. 60 million is a bargain. Definitely not down the drain. We also look at last season. We had, on loan, Raheem Sterling. To add more context to it, it could have been a decent loan move if we would have actually played him. When we did play him, he looked like his legs had gone. He didn't look fully fit. But we didn't actually get the most out of having Raheem Sterling, who we really have to put some respect on his name. Done great things for Liverpool. Amazing stuff for Man City. There aren't many players, if any, that can play in the top flight for as long as he can, and for the calibre of teams he played for. He's obviously ticked Arsenal on his list, but yeah, playing for Chelsea, Liverpool and City and Arsenal. Did Anelka play for City? Definitely played for, I want to say, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. Anelka played for everyone. I'm not sure if he went to City or not. We probably did at some point. But yeah, I feel like Raheem could have been a good player. Obviously, he went back on loan and was just training by himself. I believe the reports are saying that he weren't allowed to train with the first team. He had to train on his own, 300 and something grand a week, and you're not even trying to feature him. It's crazy work, but obviously for him it's a good deal. That's the deal he was on. That's what they saw that he was worth. And Chelsea do these long, crazy contracts. So, that's the type of business they're doing. But now we look at this season, last year, this season, and we bought Kepa, goalkeeper. I think it's been alright. He's featured heavily in the Carabao Cup tournament. There was talks in the semi-final of should Raya come in and play. Now we're at the final stages. Should Raya play in the final? And I know Shea Gunner did a poll. I think that Kepa should keep his place. He's done. I think he's got us through that penalty shootout. I've seen him in the penalty shootout in the preseason. He's done quite well. I've seen him make some good saves. And yeah, he needs to play football. And if this is his way of playing and featuring for us as a squad player, then albeit I feel like he cemented his place for the Carabao Cup. He should play at Wembley. There's no way Rare should just jump in now and play in the final, having not featured at all. So yeah, Kepa earns his place. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him playing in the FA Cup as well. If that's what we're gonna do, put him in the FA Cup, play him as the cup keeper, and keep Rare for the Premier League and the Champions League, and we could do it that way. But yeah, I think Kepa's been a great signing for Arsenal. Also, we had Noni Madueke. This one sparked a craze of debates. Hate pages were set up. Loads of racist remarks as usual when black players are in the spotlight. Something that they can't really avoid. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in now, and it's amplified even more with the socials that are around us. And yeah, I feel like a lot of it was very unnecessary. Noni's been a decent player for Chelsea. He was a decent player at Eindhoven at PSV. And he's got potential because he wouldn't be in the England side. The England team picked him, did okay for England in a few of the friendlies and qualifiers. I think he's a good asset to have in the squad. Now we're seeing that Bukayo Saka's injured. Madueke is going to step in. He's got an assist. He got a goal, albeit it was kind of an own goal, but then they gave it back to him. And he's getting slowly but surely he will get the numbers if he plays. I think he's in a similar boat to Eze. I think they need 5 or 6 games consistently starting, and we'll see the best of them. I don't think they're the players that are going to be great if it's swapped and changed and they don't know if they're playing. If he said, right, next 6 games, all you, then I think we'll get the best from Noni Madueke. Pace is really frightening. I'm happy he's there. I don't think he was a rush signing. I don't think he was I don't think we overspent. I think we needed backup for Saka. Max Dowman could have been backup. He's injured. But I don't think Mikel fully trusts Max Dowman. He's only 15. We needed backup for Saka. Saka's played like 2-3 years solid as first choice right winger with no rest. So yeah, Noni Madueke I think's done great. But then who's next? Or is there going to be anyone else after this? Are we going to be recruiting in the summer from Chelsea? Now, I've looked. Chelsea have set up very, very long contracts for their star players. But if we're going to sign anyone, I want to sign Cole Palmer and Reece James. If we have to sign a Chelsea player, it has to be Cole Palmer and Reece James. If that's the business we're doing next season, in the summer, it has to be Cole Palmer and Reece James. Cole Palmer, apparently, allegedly, I think United were talking about trying to bring him back up north. Obviously, he used to play for City. That there's been reports that there is a release clause for 175 million. Which is, I mean, let's have it right. He's only 22, 20. He's 23. That seems crazy. The way he's lit up the Premier League at certain points in time, not consistently, but over time, he's done really well. You wouldn't believe he's 22, 23. I think Cole Palmer, 175 million release clause, he could be the 10 that Arsenal are looking for. Imagine having Saka, Palmer, Eze, Madueke, just the Rice, that England connection. Crazy scenes. 175 million, definitely take Palmer. And so far, Palmer's only won the Conference League and the World Champions League, World Champions Cup, whatever you want to call it. He hasn't won the Premier League since being at Chelsea. Hasn't won the FA Cup since being at Chelsea. Hasn't really won anything being at Chelsea. Maybe it's time to come this side of London, put on a red shirt, and you'll start to win. Start to see Cole Palmer's true potential. I don't think Chelsea are the team to bring out his true potential. But let's look at the other player I want to sign, Reece James. He's got a contract until 2028. Saying that, Palmer's contract's until like 2033. Something crazy. I think there was a time where Chelsea wanted to create longer contracts so their players couldn't leave. Then in the last 2 years, they couldn't talk about extending. I don't think Reece James has a release clause in his contract. He's on like 250, 250, one of the highest paid defenders in the Prem. But currently, he's not really playing in the defence. He's sitting in the sixth position. He's on corner duties, free kick duties. That free kick he scored for England was absolute worldy. He scored a couple at Chelsea as well. So for me, yeah, Reece James, and I really like his work rate. I like the culture he's come from. I heard his dad speaking on a podcast about what's it called, the Excellence podcast. And yeah, the sister and the dad and everyone else that was behind him, and he used to have a sprinting coach to make sure he was quick enough, and like that work ethic, man. It was such a great podcast to listen to. High performance podcast, that's it. See, I think Reece James, Cole Palmer could be the next two that could sign for Arsenal if we are to carry on doing business with Chelsea, because so far, the last 5 years, we have signed a Chelsea player in the transfer window. So there's nothing to say that we're not going to bring in another Chelsea player, and if we do, we definitely don't want Cucurella. That's the one person we don't want. No way. Keep that type of energy at the bridge. So Cole Palmer, Reece James, if you're watching this, if you want to win proper titles, Premier Leagues, you want to help us win the Champions League. If we don't win it this season, you want to win the FA Cup, League Cup. You want to feature heavily for your country, then come over to North London. We got you. This is the only way it's going to happen for you guys. It's not going to happen at Chelsea. It's not that side. The manager, he's flapping already. We saw what he did on the touchline with the control. No composure. Lacks the first touch. He's rushing things. He's screaming at players that are in his half. It's just, he hasn't got that mentality. Come over to our side. We'll show you what I go on. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Different type of video. I'll be back again tomorrow with my pre-match thoughts of Arsenal away at Brentford. Tough game at the G-Tech. Let's go.